Yes, what are we saying, boys? We're back.
We're back.
It's Ladies Night, season 2. It's the first season 2 show. We're direct. There's not much happening in the women's team, but we're here anyway. We're gonna bring this. Oh, have you seen James's little new layout he's got going on over here, over there?
Yeah, he thinks he's cool.
He thinks he's doing it. Do you think it's one or two reasons? He's either trying to up his level and go like this digital guru, or there's a mess in the background. I'm going with there's a mess in the background. That's why he's laughing, bro.
We will see when he goes for his coke and the background gets the fluttery. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when James goes to get those head teacher, whatever headphones he wears. But it's good to be back. Season 2. So excited to get the season going. LFCW coming into the WSL. This show is all about the women's team and how they're growing rapidly and how exciting the women's game is. It's growing exponentially, especially with the Euros coming up. It's just on the rise. Is the women's game just going to go up and up and up and up and up from here?
Yeah, of course. Think of where we've come from. Even if you think about back in the day, England's women team, as an example, have won something. Like it's like women, I don't think anyone's paid attention. Like when the men weren't doing so well back in the day, the women actually claimed the trophy for England. Yeah. But when you actually think about how far we've come, you just got to sit there and enjoy the ride. Like I think if you're, big on like we like to watch women football as well, and women in sports and empowerment, stuff like that. So it's really good to see, and the funding being behind it and it being shown on TV is only going to help attract more and more viewers and bring their numbers up. So yeah, man, it's positives. I still, it's not enough, but you got to start somewhere.
I completely agree. James the Brain, we're leveling up this season. We're leveling up for Series 2. We've got a sponsor. It's official now because we're sponsored. You know what? We've got to watch our P's and Q's though, because we are sponsored by Paw Kingdom, children's bookshop and publisher. Now, we've teamed up with Paw Kingdom because they are bringing lots of fresh content. We are looking to drop a website very soon before the season begins. On this website, there's going to be so many books and ebooks from Paw Kingdom. They've happily provided that to us in return to sponsor the show. So please go over to Paw Kingdom, check them out, use the discount code CLOPZone10. I'm telling you now, it's got to happen. I'm going to read. We've got a little section as well on Instagram. If you've not followed Paw Kingdom, I can read. I was a teacher, degree level. Do you know what I'm saying? If you don't follow Paw Kingdom already, go over to our Instagram page, our stories, click the link on our Ladies Night promo. You will go straight over to Paw Kingdom's page and you can access everything from there. James the Brain, are you going to be reading one of these bedtime stories that we're going to be doing in partnership with Paw Kingdom?
Yeah, I might do. I'll probably get about 2 pages in, and the kids will just be asleep because they'll just be sick and tired of listening to my voice.
That won't be what it is. The kids will have nightmares. They're not going to fall asleep. They're going to have nightmares after you've read a few pages to them. That's definitely what's going to happen. But it's great to have them on board. There's lots of new things to come. This season, we are really leveling up. So I want to start as well, before we move on to news and everything like that, some not great news this week, but we want to celebrate. We want to celebrate the life of Rachel Ellis. Our condolences go out to her family, her friends, and everybody who knew her. She sadly passed away this week. An avid LFCW supporter at every game. As you can see, Missy Bowles, Rachel's biggest fan. Do you know what I mean? So, James, you've met her before. You've seen her at the game. She's going to be missed, isn't she? She's a character around the LFCW squad.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be able to work at the stadium on match days, and I've met her a couple of times. Her and her husband are really, really lovely people, and it was a bit of a shock earlier this week when I saw it. That I've seen that she was very popular amongst the players and the fans. The players had always got time for her, and I've seen quite a few of the players post up something about her this week, which is really nice. Huge condolences to Rachel's family.
I've zoomed in on James the Brain here because I want to see this background. I want to see what's going on. Oh, I really do. But we always like to look at the fans, and with looking at Rachel and shining a light, trying to celebrate her life. She was a supporter before the women's team even became anything like they are now, as prominent as they are now. It's important, isn't it, to recognize the fans, because the women's fans, I feel like, even though we've got men's fans from way back and way back, the women's fans, there's a loyalty about the game where it's all or nothing, ride or die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've seen the good times, the bad times, and they've seen worse times. You know what I mean? In terms of without the fans, I don't think the fans make the sport. The players play a big part, but I think the fans are, we're the ones that I say we help feed the players, we egg them on. When you talk about Anfield as an example,
he's all taking benefit there, saying he pays the players. He's saying he feeds the players. This is what he's saying now.
I might play a little 0.00001% in health.
You might put an egg in the basket. We might put an egg in the basket.
You know what I'm saying?
Omelet, you know what I mean?
And your local, but yeah, the fans play a huge part, man. I mean, like, again, going back to what I was saying about Anfield, it's like, the 12th man or woman, the fans, we play a huge part in that. So I just feel like, especially for the ladies, like, they've been up and down, and it's a lot harder because there's not that much support. A lot, like, you have to go there and you're looking around, there's a lot of empty seats, so you have to really, like, be tough skinned as well, being a footballer, but also being a fan and kind of looking around and thinking, hey, where's everybody? This is entertaining too. So you kind of got to ride out with the ladies as well. And I love that.
I agree. We've got the Women's Supporters Club in the building. Joe, who couldn't make it on the show today, but Joe's going to be joining us soon, coming with the better quizzes than James the Brain brings. Wow. But we'll see today. James's quiz, James's quiz might be up to standard today, but we'll see what Joe wants to say, his thoughts with Rachel's family and friends. We've shared details for her funeral on the 6th of July if anyone wants to pay tribute to Joe and to Rachel and her family. So please make sure that you check her on the Supporters Club page, Twitter, Instagram, and you can pay your tribute via that page. So there's more news, James the Brain. Now there's some good news. I've been waiting so long for transfer updates. I'm like... Yeah. Oh, he's looking at, he's pointing to his little avatar, he's showing off. Ooh, we can open the present. I've been waiting for so much news, but some good news has come in. Finally, it's not a new signing. It's better than a new signing, James the Brain. It's the one, the only, the long throw. I say long throw. I'm going to say medium throw because my throw's the long throw. I'm going to say it's Meg medium throw. Campbell, always got his hand up. Go on.
I was going to say that I know you was nervous when she signed a new contract. She was thinking, damn, I have to actually.
I was a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was loosening the shoulder a little bit like this. It's sports day week at my children's school, so do you know what? I've been like limbering up, like, pass me one of those balls. Let me have it.
Did you do the parent and teacher race?
You know what? I didn't, and on purpose, James. I'm going to admit it now to the world. So if they come on here, they're going to see. It was one of those where it was like everybody, because I used to teach at my children's school, so everybody was like, Mr. Wilding, join the race, Wilding. But I went purposely, James, in flip-flops. And I was like, I can't do it. I'm in flip-flops. I can't do it.
The reason he didn't want to do it, though, he didn't want to do what that mum did that's been going all over Facebook and face plant the floor.
That's it, James. I had my thong on, and I thought, do you know what? If I fall over here, this ain't gonna be. This ain't gonna be a pretty sight. Nobody wants to see that. So, but let's talk about Meg Campbell. She is a long throw specialist. Oh, the podcaster, great to see us, like with the men's team, securing the deals for our players who are performing at the top of their game.
Yeah, I think she's one of the names in defense that we knew when we spoke about like defenders and who could possibly we said 4 in, 4 out kind of thing. We knew she was someone that was going to stay. Like, to lose her would be silly. I think it's really good, like you were always talking about who can come in, but sometimes you got to look within and think who can we need to hold tied these players down, and she's one of the first people on the team sheet that we needed to tie down, and I'm glad it's done. So I think it's really good internally as well. You know, it kind of feels like when you got a job and you get an internal promotion, you know.
Yes.
You know, that's what it feels like. So
that's what we did to James last season. We were like, do you know what? We'll bring him on as a Liverpool fan. And then we're like, he's all right. He's all right. It's a little bit banter. You didn't want him, no. He didn't want you, James. I had to fight. James, I had to fight for you. But I thought
you gave me a PowerPoint presentation on why you should be part of the team.
I made a PowerPoint presentation. It included so many beautiful things, James. And I won in the end. So you are a member of the team. You're here for season 2. The contract is quite good for you as well. So you've got season a good 3? Contract. He's got a good contract, just like Meg Campbell has. James, Meg Campbell, WSL standard for me. She is ready-made for the WSL. So versatile in playing across the back four. We've not seen her play at right back, but I know she can. I just know she can. Is she going to be an integral part next season?
Yeah, for me, 100%, because of not only her footballing abilities, but them long throws will cause so many problems in the WSL. I don't think there's many players in the WSL that have got such a long throw like Meg does, and you know we've seen what her throws can do in the Championship. So God only knows what they're going to do in the WSL. So I really pleased when I saw that Meg had signed again.
I'm sorry, James, I didn't put you in the frame then. I should have put you in the frame, but always that he's got a glow about him today. He's got a little glow about him, so I thought I'd leave him there. Look at the avatar, by the way. Upgrades are coming, everybody. So the avatar upgrade, you're probably looking at Meg going, what's going on? But the kit, just look at the kit, the details. It's different. The stances. We've added little details this season, so we're going to put comparisons up a little bit later in the preseason. But stay tuned because there's avatar upgrades. So listen, ladies, if you're watching, get in touch because I know I'm going to call them out right now because I know last season I sent the avatars, right? I need to go big screen for this. Let me go big screen for this one. The big screen for this. I know last season I sent the avatars out and I was like, here are your avatars for this season, being all professional. I was like, if you would like any changes, please let me know. Oh, did I get some changes? I had Michaela Moore coming asking for added tattoos. I had Taylor Hines saying, I don't want angry eyebrows. I want happy eyebrows. We had Missy Bo Kern saying, please, will you straighten my teeth up on the avatar? I was like, what? You know what? High maintenance or what are you saying?
You know what? I'm with them. You could have done so much better.
I tell you what, this disrespect. Cancel the contract.
I like the fact that you said we made upgrades because I'm not a designer, so I have not made any upgrades.
He says he's not a designer, but we went to Media Day and he was trying to claim these designs, James, all for himself. All for himself. But I love it. The upgrades are coming soon, so LFCW players will be sending them to you. It's always coming. We're always trying to upgrade, so we'll be sending them to you. Please make sure you check them out. If you want any changes like tattoos and teeth and whatever it is, please let us know because we will.
If you want teeth, any of you that's missing teeth, if you want teeth,
you know how tattoos. Or if you want to add a silver tooth like G added to his little avatar this season, you can do. If you want to go a little bit more urban, you can add your little silver tooth in there. Whatever you fancy. But let's move the show on.
If you want a football?
Yeah, if you want a football, you want to put your foot on a football because G's
cool.
G's control. He wanted to look like he can play football, so he's got a little football.
Shame he can't do it in real life.
I'm not having the controls there. We need to set up a five-a-side somewhere because I want to see the proof in the pudding. I want to see if the big man can show you all how it's done. Do you know what I'm saying? Holding midfield. I'll come in off. I'll come in the flip flops. It's easy that. So let's move on.
Them Adidas loafers,
bro. I've got the Adidas ones on right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Let me show you this. Look. Adidas flip flop slider. So let's move on anyway. Why do we waffle so much on this show? I love it though. I've missed ladies' night. I have missed you both a little bit. So let's move on to the European Championships in England, by the way. So Let me get over here. Get out here. The Euros are coming. Get out of here. The Euros are coming, James the Brain, 6th of July to the 31st. Hosted in England, so England didn't have to do anything to qualify. So a little bit like the men's team, they get an easy ride all the way. So I'm only joking. The women's team, good prospects here. We've look at all us hiding.
This disclaimer: we are not associated with what he's just said.
Associated.
And if you want him out, I'll be the captain of the ship going forward.
This is what you've been waiting for. You have been waiting to kick me out for so much time. You know what? Look at this before we begin. Joe has said, "Can I have some teeth?" And she's not got false teeth, by the way. Joe has not got false teeth. It's the avatar. By the way, Joe's avatar, impeccable. I think that's one of my finest creations. So, Joe, you can have teeth. I'll give you teeth any day of the week. But we're talking about Euros now, not teeth. So, the Euros. James the Brain, we've got Fernie in there. We have got a player in the Euros. Fernie, legend, by the way, of Northern Ireland. They're in England's group. So all I need to know, James the Brain, Northern Ireland versus England. Who are you rooting for?
Northern Ireland, purely because Fernie's in there. To be fair, I think the group that England and Northern Ireland in, I think will be a really good group. You know, England are a very, very strong team. You know, especially now Serena Weigmann's come in, they're even stronger. And you know, Northern Ireland have qualified for I think it's for the first time for the Euros. So they're going into the tournament with, and this is no disrespect to them, but they're going into the tournament with nothing to lose. You know, even qualifying for the Euros was probably their end goal anyway. So if they get knocked out in the group stages, I don't think they'll be too disheartened. They've still made it to the European finals as it is. So
that's going to be a dream, isn't it? Like, we went to the media day, and a lot of them, they dream of being in a World Cup. They dream of being in the Champions League. So for Fernie to get there now, before she's even got in the WSL, it's a massive achievement, that, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, man. I think sometimes like the women's football gets overlooked. Like they have the same dreams and aspirations as the men do. You know, Champions League. And playing in World Cups and Euros and stuff like that. So it's a major achievement. You know, talking about the first time in a while. So it's a major achievement, and they'll be looking forward to it. And you know what? If you think about anything, they'll probably surprise us because they are underdogs and will be able to relax and just. And you know what I mean? There's no pressure on them. They'll just relax. So I think you'll see them doing a Hungary or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's calling it now. You know, I think that's a little bit disrespect there, I think. Do you know what? I'm going to fly the flag. God save our gracious queen. I'm going to fly that. Was that too loud?
It was actually quite good, you know. I can't lie.
Thanks, bro. You know, I've got the like vocal ability.
Let's not get carried away.
Okay. I'm no Wes Nelson. Anyway, let's move on from that. On the 6th of July, England begin their campaign against Austria. Joel just wants to say that they'll be part of the Free Lionesses fan embassy on the 6th of July in Manchester. So Old Trafford, the game. So make sure you check out LFCW SC socials because there'll be meetups, have drinks, celebrate together. Don't get too drunk because we do not condone. What do we call it? Overindulgence, we'll call it. We don't condone it. Okay.
I'll be honest. I'm a bit gutted that Anfield didn't get picked for some of the women's games. I think that would have been quite good to have some of the women's.
Here he goes again. With the women and Anfield, he's obsessed. I feel like every day
he'd probably be at work.
Yeah, that's it. You're obsessed, James, all the time. Like women Anfield. Like we don't want. The only time I'm giving my pitch, and I say my pitch, the only time I'm giving it is my pitch. Listen, I go on that grass every night and cut it with the scissors. Anyway, no one's going on my pitch unless you were in the liver bird. If you were the liver bird, you're allowed on my pitch. I don't want no Germany going on my pitch, and you know what the German team are like with the long studs. They always come with long studs, Germans. I don't know why. They'll come with the long studs and like scuff it up and like, nah, I don't want any of that. Save it for
Germany, by the way,
LFCW.
guys.
Save it for LFC this season. No European Championship.
I like that.
Games.
I agree. I like that. I'm with you now. I don't mind leave the pitch for them to do something.
Yeah.
Let's not have.
James just wants more shifts. James just wants more shifts at the stadium. That's all he wants. He wants a chance because he went to Elton John. He got on the pitch and was taking pictures of the stands. Oh, Elton John! That's all he wants
who
to
was
do.
stood outside filming the intro, singing along to it whilst he was doing his sound checks.
It's a little bit funny. This feeling inside.
I was stood in the middle of the cop.
Excuse me, that's so rude. How dare you interrupt somebody when they're halfway through an Elton John classic? That's like sacrilege right there. But let's move on anyway. LFCWSC is saying Northern Ireland. They're rooting for Northern Ireland because I was hopeful as well. Do you know when the news broke? All right. Lucy Bronze doesn't want to be at Man City anymore. Don't blame her. But she didn't want to be at Man City anymore. I was like, Liverpool, let Charlotte Wardlaw go. Looking for a right back. Could we attract one of the finest players in the world? I'll put my neck on the line and say she's probably the best right back in the world. Could we do it? But we didn't because Barcelona got in there before us. But is this what we should be doing, though? Should we be going in that pond of big fish and trying to pick out a world-class player rather than going, oh, who's on a free contract? Oh, who's in the free agents pool? And I know we've got like the structure and everything like that, but should we be trying to pull people away from big clubs?
Yeah, I feel like what they supposed to say and aim for the moon, reach for like land on a star or whatever it is. I feel like you've got to, like, as much as like we're back to where we belong and we're not sure how we will finish in that. We are still Liverpool. Like, if you're not trying to attract the big people and you're not trying to the best players, and what are we doing? Like, what's the point? I get if you're like another team, but I just feel we're Liverpool. Why are we not trying? And if we we're not going to fall flat on our face. You know what I mean? They went somewhere else. That's cool. We move on, but we're going to try and sign. You know what I mean? You want to mix up. You want the experience. You want somebody who
I agree.
come in and just do what needs to be done. Like, why would we not want or think we can get the best players?
I agree completely. James, talking about best players and talking about getting the attraction for the women's game, this Euros is going to be crucial. We want to see this top-class football. We've had people coming out. We've had Simon Jordan on TalkSport saying he's not going to watch it because he doesn't think the women's game is up to the standards of the men's game. It just doesn't appeal to him because they can't play football on a par with the men. Now, Simon is known for his controversial opinions. Despite what anybody thinks, whether the women are up to the same standard as the men's game, whether it's as appealing or not, should we still be supporting? Because I'm looking here at ticket prices, and even for the final, the most expensive ticket, the whole tournament, is £50 for a game. So it's there to access for all. It's in England. Everybody is near to one of the stadiums. Should we be making an effort as football fans to shine a light on this and go to a game?
Yeah, 100%. Like you yourself know, Ash, as a father to a daughter, like young girls are looking up to these players. They want young girls. There are more young girls that want to play football now. There's so many of the players that I've said in the past that they had to play in the boys' team because there was never any girls' teams around. I mean, the comment of the women's players aren't up to the same standard as the men. Like, go on to Ben Foster's YouTube channel and watch his football videos that he does with Jordan Nobbs, Lottie Ruben-Moy and Beth Mead, and watch the penalties that those three put in, and they are world-class penalties. So yeah,
world-class, and that's it. The only thing you can say about the women's game, go on, I'll go to you in a second. You can say what you want to say. The only thing you can say about the women's game is a physicality level, because genetically, obviously, the men are going to be more physical. Genetically, we are faster, but in terms of skill, the skill level is getting there. Let's not forget that how long has this been in prominence? we're not getting, even though we've got elite players, we're not getting the best of the best of the best right now because they can't be professional, some of them. They can't afford to pursue a career in football because the finances aren't there. So we're seeing a lot of our best women athletes being athletes and runners and tennis players. Now that football is a professional sport for women, will we see the best of the best now, the cream of the crop, wanting to be footballers?
Yeah, I just want to go back to the first quote you said, and I feel like something that James said as well. I feel like even guys will look at some of the women's stories and say that's an underdog story. That's a story that don't give up. And yeah, we got a lot of men, but still a lot of women as well. They go through. You know what I mean, you just got to watch like even you watch some of the films. Like, come on, now we grew up on films like Bend It Like Beckham and all these things and stuff.
I don't even get into that. I love that film.
They're all it's real life stuff. So for me, and the funny thing as I say is, and the reason why I'd say he's a donut, yeah, and I say donut because this isn't rant here, is because it's like you can say you don't like women football. Like it's crazy because to say you don't like women football, you'd have to have watched every single play to say you don't like it. No one's got skill. That's got to be a fact. That's like me saying I don't like, Argentinian players. Like it's crazy because I mean, or whatever. I haven't watched every player play to say I don't like that style of play or don't like that player, these type of players. Sorry. Now my thing is to have like what's what I'm looking for, like a presence into your views and people to watch you and stuff like to be a presenter and stuff like that. And you can say you don't really enjoy it. I can give you that, but to go on your platform and dismantle it, degrade it, and to go out your way to throw all these adjectives to why you don't watch and stuff like that, to me is crazy. Can't you just say it's not for me, but guys watch it? Or do you know what I mean? And that's why I think it's crazy for you to go. And the reason why I don't understand why this is why I feel like people got to look at these things deeper. He could have just said, "Oh, guys, watch it." I'm not really that up to date on women, but no, he didn't. He belittled it and said what he said.
That's the problem, isn't it?
To do that. And it
it's the belittling, and I get on your own personal platforms, Twitter, whatever you want to voice your opinion. If you want to say
again, I still disagree. I still disagree because I feel like if you say I don't really watch this game or I've never seen this player, I haven't really seen these players play is one thing. But for you to go out your way because you've gone out your way to do it and let someone know that you're against this standard, this quality, this and that, instead of saying I ain't really seen much of it, it's all you had to say. But
or just say I won't be watching it. Just I'm not going to be watching it.
But to go out your way to say all these degrading things about the women's sport, knowing that this is the peak it's been, is crazy to me, and it's only going to increase. It's just like, why would you go anywhere? And you're a big social media head, like you got a big platform, so it doesn't make no sense to me. Like
we could have been of that mind when the Premier League came into fruition. We could have been in that mind, like, oh, do you know what? The standard isn't really that high, so do we need a Premier League? Do we need to invest all this money into football because these guys, they still want to go to the pub every day? But look how professional the men's game is now. It's elite. There's no athletes in the world probably as fit as male footballers. And that's what's going to happen in the women's game because now they're professional. Now they're getting the rights to Sky Sports. Now they're getting the sponsorship deals. Now they can just focus 100% on being a footballer. They can dedicate their life, their diet, their training regime, everything to football. So we're going to see the game grow. And do you know what? I can't wait for the Euros, James. I can't wait.
No, I'm the same. We've seen the past few weeks and few months, there are more and more teams that are becoming professional now. So, the players are being able to be paid to be professional footballers. The players are out, they're all on holiday at the moment. And I've seen Missy Kearns, she's in Dubai and she's doing pre-season. Well, she's not pre-season training, but she's still traiing. Leanne Robe's in America, she's still training.
Missy Bo was banging the goals in, by the way.
Story. Right now, it sounds like you just Instagram watching right now.
Now, it does look like James has got the Instagram stories on loop to me.
It's the point that
September 2019.
These players take it seriously. They want to be the best that they can. They could all be enjoying themselves for the next few weeks before they're due back for pre-season training, but they're still out there. They want to get better. They want to improve. And this is this is the sort of thing that young kids look up to, you know, attracting them to the Euros and seeing players, and they're going to be like, well, I want to grow up and be like, I want to be the next Missy Bokearns, or I want to be the next Taylor Hines, or so on and so on. And that's the key thing. And having the access to the games is going to be key for the future.
This is a huge opportunity for the Liverpool players because there's so many youngsters. You look at Missy Boy, you look at Taylor Hines, but it's not even those youngsters. There's others who, if they have a good season in the WSL, they can find themselves in contention for World Cup places. And I'm talking England squad. And we're all talking about England as potential winners for the Euros. But if we turn up, if we play the way we can, there is a possibility that next season we could see a lot of senior international debuts. And I'm even thinking like even Lawsy could even get a call up. Even Leanne Robe could get a call up. And it's been a Mel Lawley. All these players, there's so much potential for them next season. So you know they're working hard over pre-season. But for those of you that do want to watch the Euros, what I will say is there are plenty of venues across the UK. So let me just read out some venues for you so you can pick. I don't know the dates, but I know there are venues. So you can go on that website for that club and you can find out whether the tickets are available or not. So we've got Brighton and Hove, which is great. I love that they've got venues at your lower league stadiums as well. I really like that they've distributed it. We've got Brentford Stadium. We've got Manchester City's, Milton Keynes, MK Dons. We've got Rotherham Stadium, Sheffield's, St Mary's, Southampton, Old Trafford, and the one and only, on my back doorstep, Wigan and Lee. Go on, Wigan! Lee Sports Village. I will be there. So come and join me. And we'll have non-overindulgent drinks. I can't speak for Jo. She might go overindulgent. I can't speak for Jo. But we're having non-indulgent drinks at least.
There's quite a few of the games that are sold out as well. I don't think there's many tickets left for many of the games. So that just shows that the demand is there. I mean, yes, okay, admittedly, they're probably a little bit smaller stadiums, but the fact that they've got at least three Premier League stadiums, and I think I saw that Brighton sold out for a couple of games. I think.
Why did James sound like a father there? Brighton. Brighton. Say it again, James. Brighton.
Brighton.
Brighton. He's going on his combine harvester in a minute. Is James in Brighton? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, James. I had to do you like that. I just had to. Do you know what? The Euros are on. Let's root for our home nations. Let's just root for everyone. I think this is a celebration of women's football. So let's enjoy it for what it is. Let's pump it out there on social media. Let's look for those magical moments. And hopefully, moving into the next season, we have so many more fans and followers excited about the women's game. But on this show, we've got to move it on. I'd love to speak about the Euros all day, but we have to move it on because we've got a new section coming up. It's a challenge every week and we pitch ourselves against each other. This week, we've decided to go with LFC 5 aside. Dun, dun, dun. I need like these real good sound effects. So we've got
the W.
Oh, sorry. Today.
Do you know what? Do you know how much I am multitasking right now and making it look good? So don't you criticize me for
Are you not the captain of this ship?
I don't know why I did a train when you said ship. I don't know why I did a train, but I'm the captain now. Right. So do you know what? I'm going to split you two up because you're being naughty today. So I'm going in the middle of you two right there. This is LFCW 5 aside. What we've done is we want to pick our ultimate from the current crop of players, ladies 5 aside team from LFCW. Now, we've made our picks. I'm going to put them up in a minute. I want you.
Well, me and O made our picks. You didn't disclose your picks. So, you know what? I'm just saying.
No, the captain speaks to the manager. There's no manager. I'm captain and manager, so I speak to myself.
CEO, captain, manager.
I wear so many hats. So I've decided my team. You'll be surprised with it. It's different to your teams, but we're gonna analyze it. So, people in the comments, what I want you to do, you can drop your LFCW five-a-side team as well. So 5 players. Obviously, you need a goalkeeper. So goalkeeper, unless you want to stick someone in net from outfield, that's up to you. Beanie could be a good keeper, you know. So LFCW, pick 1 goalkeeper, 4 outfield players. Drop it in the comments. We'll pin them if you drop them in the comments. I want you guys to decide as well who the winner is out of myself, James the Brain, and Mr. O, the podcaster. So let's go into the first one. The first one is Mr. O, the podcaster. So let's have a look. Interesting. So, run through your team. Let us know your thought process behind it.
So I obviously used to play football, and then as you get
here we go,
and you're not as good anymore, you move into five-a-side, don't you? So I played five-a-side, and we won the leagues from the bottom all the way up with one real strong defensive midfield defender. And I think that is Miss TH. Plus, I could not do that. Obviously, Laws in goal, which I'll be surprised if anybody else chooses. Anybody else, it would be crazy. And then I think Bo is very see this team, yeah. Let me tell you something. No, let me go through and tell you about the team. Still, I even mention who they are, yeah. Do you see this team, yeah? When they have the ball at their feet, you are not getting the ball from them. Just know that. You're not getting the ball from them. Everyone's a ball player. Every single person's a ball player. Everybody works.
I can't argue with that. It's
a ball player. Everybody, it works hard. So for me, then I moved Bo in there because Bo is I think in small spaces she's really good. I think in tight spaces she's really good. I feel like, you know, she's a good passer. She can score. She can do a bit of everything. I think she's got the energy. And then obviously you move on to our next player, and I think Lordy is the best.
Did he have to think who that player was then?
No, because let me tell you why. I wrote down an order in it. Like in my order, I had Keenan before Lordy, and there's a reason why. Because you know how, again, let me tell you the science behind it.
You could look at the players. You can look at them.
No. Because I'm reading. I got notes. You can't.
That's how seriously he's taking this.
Yeah, I'm taking this seriously. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. So yeah, the reason why, because if you remember, Kenan moved into a different role to back end of the season. So for me, she played a little bit more like of a workhorse more than the front, being the vocal point. So I want her and Luli to basically do this the whole game. And I feel like Luli, the reason why I want her to, I think she'll be very good to get the ball deep and go forward. So I think then we got goals in all of them score goals. None of them can't score a goal. They work hard. When they have the ball, you're not getting the ball off them. They're very good and they work. Like I said, they work hard. They got goals in there. The only thing I was saying is, maybe I could put another defender in there, but I feel like it's enough. The 3 in front of Taylor Hines is.
You normally play a diamond as well. Like when you're playing like 5-a-side, it's normally that 1-2-1. Exactly. You know what I mean? So yeah, exactly. I get you. That's a good team for me. That's a strong team, by the way. It's very different to mine, but it's a strong team in there.
I hope you guys have notes like me, because I came hard. Yeah, I don't want you guys to be giving this half-heartedly.
Do you know what the thing is? I've got that much passion for these LFCW players. I don't need notes. I speak off the cuff. I speak from the heart.
No, sir. I'm not letting you get away with that. I'm not letting you get away with that.
Do you know?
I specifically put them in specific orders to speak on why they're in that particular order. You just threw up whatever I threw to you and didn't even ask me which order or nothing, yeah? So this is your fault, Ash. Yeah.
Do you know what I love so much? How he's trying to make everyone see that he's professional with a mic and he keeps leaning into it on purpose. Just what? So everybody.
What'd you
say? Oh my days. Right, before we move on to James's team, let me get up Joe's team first, because Joe's dropped a team in the comments. So Joe's team is Riley Foster, Meg Campbell, Taylor Hines, Lawley, and Kiernan. That's a good team.
My team smokes that team.
That team's a good team. But Joe does want to say that in reserves on the bench, Holland, Ball, and Stengel. Now, we've not got... I feel like that's a little bit cheating because we've not got the substitutes. I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out to me. But I'm not going to... Joe, I won't disrespect you like that because you can't defend yourself. You can't defend yourself.
You've already disrespected them.
But I like the team, though. I do like this. Riley, Campbell, Hines, Lawley, and Keenan. I quite like that team. I'm not telling you mine yet, but we might go back to talk about Joe's a little bit later. So let's move on to Mr. James the Brain. Bearing in mind, everyone, James is the brain. He likes to be intuitive. He likes to be inventive. He likes to think outside the box. So that's why he basically copied O's team. So let's have a look right here. He's swapped.
Don't make me expose. Don't make me expose the group chats.
So James the Brain has swapped Missy Ball for Matthews. So he's gone Laws. It is hard because when you think of ball playing players, these are like the top of the ball playing kind of players within the squad. I feel like you can't take some people out, but you might argue with my team. So James the Brain, you've gone with Matthews instead of Ball. Why have you gone with that choice?
Because I think defensively, Matthews would be a better choice than Missy Bo. I think like you've got your two attacking players, well, your three attacking players with Taylor Hines, Mel Lawley, and Leanne Keenan, and then you've got Jasmine Matthews that can sort of sweep across the middle. And yeah.
So James is playing a 2-0-2. So when O's team picks the ball up, they've got free reign in midfield.
Yeah, but Jazz Matthews and Taylor Hines will just go straight. Snap the ankles.
Do you know what, James? I've got to give you a bit of respect because you could be this Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte kind of. You know what? If we keep a clean sheet, we might steal a goal with those two bad boys up front. Like Mel Lawley, Leanne Keenan, they can get you a goal. They can make something out of nothing. So he's going safe, but he's relying on two people to do a lot of
finishing
the
second
work.
or third in our league right now. I'm telling you that for free. I've got goals. Goal. He is playing that if we don't lose, we won't finish bottom.
That's what James is doing. James is one of those managers that goes into a cup and just doesn't want to get beat by a lower league team. He's happy going out to like a same level team, and it doesn't look bad. He'll keep his job. He's not trying to finish in the Champions League places. He's just happy floating around mid-table.
Welcomes the Conference League, doesn't he? He welcomed it with open arms.
He welcomes it. So let's have a look then. Let's move on then to the boss's team. Let's move on to the real team, the real five-a-side team. So here we go. Boom. Look at that team. Look. Listen,
go. I can say that.
Listen,
go.
You're going to be saying I'm going to finish bottom.
First of all, O's going to be upset because Taylor's not in there. He's going to be upset anyway. I knew I was going to upset O.
But centre backs, bro.
Let me explain this team, right? Riley Foster has to be. If you're in five-a-side, she has to be your keeper because she's got the footwork. She can play.
But so is Lawsy.
No. Riley, and Joe will back me up on this. Riley's got to be in there. And she's a bit more sharper. She's quicker with her feet. So quicker thinking. I think Riley's my number one keeper for next season when she's back firing and fully fit. I rated that highly. Like, Riley,
she's going to be a very, very good goalkeeper.
I got you. So let's move on to my other four. Meg Campbell, the disrespect you two have shown to Meg Campbell with the ball at her feet is so underrated because everyone touts her as this long throw merchant, right? The quick thinking. Now you're thinking Taylor Hines, she can dribble past a player. She scored a 30-yard goal this season. Nah, that's not what I want. I need someone who can put a challenge in, who's robust. I need someone who can
do all those things, yes.
All right. I need someone who can play the quick shot passes, play with the back against the attacker. Here we go. I need someone who can whip those long balls if they need to, who can play the nice short 1-2s if they need to. Meg Campbell's got to be in there for me.
Not 9-a-side.
But you know what it is? Taylor Hines is always going to push someone onto a left-hand side. She's always going to do it. So they know she's strong on that side. But people are going to look at Meg and go, whoa, Meg's played across the back. Where's she going to go? Stay in that middle. She can push right. She can push left. So Meg's my girl at the back. So we go into midfield. Missy Bow, we've got to agree. Missy Bow's just Missy Bow. Missy Bow, for me, in the WSL next season, is one of the top technicians. With the ball at her feet, small spaces, first touch, unreal. Box to box. I can't even big her up enough. Missy Bow she's my first name on the team sheet for next season. Then we go Carla Humphrey. Now, this is the wild card. You've got Mel Lawley in there, which is a given because she's magic. But Carla Humphrey, the touch, the awareness, the vision. It's like Tiago. You've got the flicks, you've got the little round the corner passes, you've got the kind of swazzers as well. Oh, nah, Carla Humphrey has to be in there. Now, I know I've took Kiernan out my side. I've took the goal scorer out my side. So, Mel Lawley can do that. This is 5-a-side. Do you know what I mean? This isn't like full pitch job. This is 5-a-side, nice and cute, one-touch passing, sharp, quick. These players have everything.
Your team's getting smoked by Mans as well, Ash. I can't lie to you. You've lost goals in that team, and you've taken away our top goal scorer. Yeah, and you're talking. It's 5-a-side, bro. The goals are smaller, and you don't have that much time, or you don't have that much space. People are kicking the balls off the side to get round players. This is 5-a-side. Your team was getting smoked by my team.
No,
100%.
No.
My team's smoking all your teams straight 4 straight 3 wins straight.
Listen. We've got the technicians. Let me go back. I want you in the comments. In the comments, please type in whose team is going to win. That's all I need to know. I don't need you to tell me why. I just need you to tell me whose team is going to win.
James,
I will pin.
Be honest, whose team's winning? Honestly, hands on heart. Hands on heart. Whose team's winning?
Ours.
Why do you do that? Why do you let listen, you're like that kid in school who the jock comes to him. The jock comes over and he's like, "Can I go in front of you in the queue?" And you're like, "Yeah, bro, I saved this place for you." Don't let do that to you. Don't let him do this to you.
As good as he gets. Don't let that. He's that kid, yeah, who wants to fight the bully, but he makes you fight the bully for him, and you get beat up.
That is James. That is James. He's not stupid.
I don't want to take away because it's your show and you're the captain of the ship. But my team is smoking every single one of your teams, like 13-4.
I think it's safe to say, right, James, your team is dead. So that's safe to say. James,
wow. Wait. No. James' team's got more goals than yours, you know.
James, just because Leanne Kiernan is in that team doesn't mean it's got more goals. He's got 2 defenders.
Oh, she's the top goal scorer, and she will finish top goal scorer in the Super League for us.
That's debatable. We'll see. I think Stengel's going to finish with more goals on a personal level. I think she is, but it's debatable. So let's go to O's team.
You know that's go.
You've no one who's getting. Maybe Missy Bow's putting the boots in.
It is Ash. Let me tell you, my team will win. Yeah. Energy, when you get tired and you play, that team are non-stop runners. You have centre backs that usually just move left and right or forward. I'm telling you, you guys, you don't need a proper centre back. You need one person, a ball playing centre back, and it's or a defender.
Meg Campbell, ball playing.
Yeah, but she's not better than Taylor. In terms of ball feet, she's not better than Taylor Hines. She's good. She's not better than Taylor Hines. And I'm talking about, and then you also got goals in Taylor Hines as well. There's no.
You know me, I rate Taylor Hines, but I think Meg Campbell is just she's got everything. I think Meg Campbell's more rounded as she's playing at the back on her own. She can do more things.
But you're not playing 11-a-side or 9-a-side football. There's no space like that. You need somebody who from centre back is going for goal as well. If there's a little bit of space, one touch shoot. That's not coming from your defender.
Basically, I've lost anyway because Joe said you can't get rid of the player of the season. So obviously, I've got rid of both players of the season. I've got rid of Lawsy and Kiernan. So basically, my team's dead in the water. So do you know what? I'll be a gentleman. I'll let you have this one. Even though I think my team's better, I'll let you have this one for now. We'll come back next week. Next week, I'm going to take this like I know it's on now. If you want to play it like this, you want to be competitive. I know it's on. So I'm ready to come next week. I'm ready. That's
the team right there. Next team, not this one. Can you go back on
that one?
This one.
This one.
This guy, you know, Ash's team is full of like maybes. Maybe.
Oh,
it could go well.
That's cool.
No. I mean,
no. Maybes, James.
No.
Wait, no. Oh, you've just said it's full of maybes. So please.
Let me tell you why.
No. Point the maybe out in this team for me.
You've got to clip that. And
send it to the players. Let me tell you why. Yeah, because you've got two of your players are my players. So obviously the maybes are the opposites. I don't mind the goalkeeper because you just need the good goalkeeper.
So who are the maybes? Just to clarify, who are the maybes?
Who's left?
Who are the maybes?
Who's left?
So Meg Campbell and Carla Humphrey.
Again, and the reason why I said again, it could be good, but I feel like she's a very good centre back, or defender, sorry. But my thing is, that's not the type of defender you want in that league. So, but it could pay off when you play that team that's a lot more physical and stuff. That's why I said maybe. So if you're playing a team that don't hold on to the ball and you want someone to get in front of the ball every time, and their midfielders don't shoot, their centre backs don't shoot, then you can have a solid defender that just wants to defend, defensive minded. But you can't afford to do that if you're playing against my team, because my team are scoring from everywhere. Yeah, I'm saying now moving on. I feel like, again, you've lost goals.
I've lost goals. I'll give you that. I've lost goals.
Do
you know what?
It could work with the energy, but you've lost goals there.
I tried to be clever. I'm not going to lie.
I know. You overthought it, but as I said, it could
I tried to put Humphrey in the...
I was taking this one way too seriously.
No. Let me tell you why I said maybes. This is why I said maybes, because it could work, but I feel like that's a very good team if you're playing a specific type of like way. They only work one way, like it works one way, like from your defense. You're not getting goals from your defenders and stuff. So, but if you again play against somebody who's like, when I played in Power League, I played against like builders, for example. So playing physical is so much easier, get in front of them, going physical and whatnot, and then you've got the intricate players that play around them. Easy because they don't run around.
I've got the assists and I've got the nice, cute. Do you know, like I'm freeing up space in this team.
You don't win your games. You don't always win your games. And freeing up space don't win your games because you still got
5-a-side. It does.
Yeah, but you know what it is though. The goals are smaller. You have to aim for the corners, and I feel like.
Do you not find though, right?
You've lost
in
goals.
5-a-side, you score more goals. I know the goals are smaller, right? But you score more goals just because people that aren't goal scorers score goals in 5-a-side. It's a fact. And professional footballers score goals for fun in 5-a-side. All of these players, you could play in 5-a-side. Meg Campbell could play as a striker and bang goals in for fun.
That's why I said maybes. That's why I said you got maybe you got a few maybes in there where it could work, but it's a big thing. Like all mines are proven. I know it. I have faith in them. I don't even have to go out and tell them what to do. They know their job. There's goals in everywhere.
All right, Beardy. All right. Chill out, Beardy, man.
That's why that's the only reason. I think it's a decent squad, just not better than mine.
I get you. Do you know what? Joe doesn't agree anyway. Joe thinks, sorry, but Joe's team still wins.
What was it, Joe's again?
Let me see if I can find it up in here.
I think her subs was better.
Do you know what? It's close to mine. Riley. Oh yeah, Riley. I've got her. Campbell. Oh yeah, got Campbell. Hines. Maybe not. Lawley.
Nothing popping in the middle. Nah. That's a what? 2-1.
That's a James team. That's a James team, innit?
Why am I
that's a
2-1 now? I've just left you 2-2.
That's a 2-0-2. That's a 2-0-2.
Yeah, see, that's a
James team.
My midfield and all my players all come back. No, but only one person stays up front. Everybody's behind the ball, and then one person and then Kiernan just walks into space. And
should we give him this one, James? We'll give him this one.
Yeah, just to shut him up. I'm getting bored of listening to him.
Do you know what? I love it. I love it. We're going to give you this one. All right. I'll let you off. We will give you this one for now. It's fine. But we need to move on to the highlight of today's show. Do you know what I want to do this season? As well? I'm going to say it now in here. I want to look at him like the highlight. What's the highlight? I want to say this season we need to choose like our fantasy Liverpool women's team. So our starting 11, and we will make sure that, because we're working with Jack now from Anfield Analytics, so make sure you're following Jack. We'll get at the end of the season the stats and everything together. We'll do a point system. We'll do it like we do with the fantasy league for the men's and see which of us three, we'll let Joe get involved as well, gets the highest points based on goals, appearances, whatever. We'll do it the same as the Fantasy Premier League do it. Yes, or
I just want to say one thing. You made a big point, and I want to kind of make sure we look back at that. You said about, Kiernan versus you said it's good. Who did we talk about?
Stengs.
It was Stengs, and you said, right? Just to confirm. Yeah, you said Stenga that you think she'll get more. I want to see how that ends, because that's going to be a very good and juicy. It's depending on how they play and what. So
depends who comes in as well. You never know. We could bring someone in who's already been in the WSL last season, who might start above both of them. I can't see it happening, but we could see that happen. I feel like
that's a good shot.
Beardy now going into this season, I feel like he's got his three. I feel like he's got Mel Lawley, Kiernan, and Stengel. I feel like that's nailed on from last season, but I'd like to see what happens. If someone comes in, that could upset the apple cart. But we'll see. There's a new part. Not a new part, it's an old part. But we've got a new graphic for it because it is a special part. It's probably the highlight of the show. It is James the Brain's big LFCW quiz.
He doesn't have that beard anymore, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't, does he? Look at him now. He's quite.
I apologize in advance.
No. Disclaimer. I had to put right. I'm sorry, James. Right, but I had to put a disclaimer in there because some of his questions have a tendency to be horrendous. So I apologize in advance.
I just want to say you cannot hold that against me now because I've got 5 questions and 4 of them are from Anfield Analytics. So yeah.
Here he goes.
This
is exactly what you said before. Or when he gets someone else to do his dirty work, that's what he's done, so he can pass the blame on to Jack at Anfield. Disgraceful. A new team member as well. A new team member, and he's going to pass the blame on like that. This is why. I kind of agree with you now. We should have kicked him out when we had the chance. I'm not going to lie. So, James the Brain, it is quiz time. I'm excited for this one. Everybody in the comments, please feel free to play along. 5 questions, I think there is in this quiz. So, James, it's Ash versus O. I owe him one after that debate we've just had. So, bring it.
Right. First question. LFCW had a total of 15 away games across all competitions in 21-22 season. But what was the furthest distance they travelled for an away day? This is based from the training ground in the Tranmere's training ground to the furthest away game. Was it 197 miles, 212 miles, 287 miles, or 249 miles?
Repeat that, please. The answers, please.
197 miles, 212 miles, 287 miles, or 249 miles.
Who's first? Do you want to answer?
I'm gonna go the latter. I'm gonna go for 249. I think it was.
Do you know what? I was gonna go with 249. But before you give us the answer, James, right? Let me put him highlighted here because can you see, people, what we're saying about this ridiculous
question?
I would say, James, I'm with you. I'll take it because I feel like I'd rather know.
When am I sat there doing this? When am I going to actively physically know how far I'm going? And I'm not bothered, but give us like 100, 200, 300, 400. You've give us like 249, 287. Do you know what I mean? Like, give us a bit difference up in there. But do you know what, James? I like looking at your face close up, so I might keep you there. No, I'm only joking. I'm coming back. Right, 249. We both said
The answer was 287 miles. The furthest
Lose?
Lose was the furthest away day. It's 287 miles.
We'll take that. Do you know what? Nobody got it right. I'm sorry, but let me just. I like to laugh at these people. So, sorry, we can ignore that one. You should come to the away matches. We're coming. Don't you worry. I'll be there all season. But let me just pin this one. 249. Ha ha, Joe, you got it wrong. Let me just put this one up there. Ha ha, Jade. Jade, I'm sorry, I don't know you and I'm laughing at you. But, you got it wrong. 249.
Feel free if you want the captain of the ship to be changed.
If I don't get it right, no one's getting it right. Right, James, let's go.
Right, second question. This is from Anfield Analytics, this question. So if you've got an issue with it,
from him.
How many of Meg Campbell's throw-ins during the 21-22 season made it into the penalty area? Is it 32, 59, 73, or 69?
How many did she take?
Jack didn't give me that information.
We don't know how many throw-ins she's took, but we're going to guess how many went in the box.
Don't blame me, blame Jack. I asked him for some information that wasn't well known, and these are the questions that he's given me. So,
all right, read the question again. Read the question again.
How many of Meg Campbell's throw-ins made it into the penalty area during the 21-22 season in all competitions? Is it 32, 59, 73, or 69?
32.
I'm going 59. We've got Joe saying 59. We've got Jade. Jade, I apologize for laughing before. Hello as well. Jade says hello. Hello, Jade. I apologize. Jade says 32. I'm going 59. O's going 8. Did you say 80 or
32?
32.
32.
So it's either O or Jade or me and Joe.
The correct answer is 59.
Joe! The Reds are going up, but you know, the bid up. The Reds are going up. Let's go. All hates this, James. You know, let me put James in the middle because I can feel the heat from here. He's steaming. He's steaming.
Right. Question 3. What was the longest gap between conceded goals for LFCW during the 21-22 league season? Don't blame me. I didn't ask for this question.
Shout out to Jack. These are great questions. No, I'm being honest.
I know you are.
I prefer we both don't know it. You going?
Yeah.
Of course you do. Of course you prefer that. I don't know.
Is it 613 minutes?
I can't remember the question. Apologize.
What was the longest gap between conceded goals for LFCW in the 21-22 league season?
Oh.
Is it 613 minutes, 320 minutes, 430 minutes, or 500 minutes?
Let me get them answers again, please.
613, 320.
Can I get less attitude, please? Because I don't know.
430 or 500.
What was the 300 one?
You know what you can do, all what I've done, all because I think off the cuff. If you go to the comments section, type up what James is saying, but don't post it, and you can see the numbers there in front of you.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
You like that, innit? You like that?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
I ain't gonna do it, but I like it. What the 300 one, Jeff? Look my answers in, please.
320, Jeff.
20.
What are you saying, Ash?
This is a tough one because you're looking at 90 minutes. I know they went a long period without conceding a goal.
Yeah.
But it's not 7
blah,
games.
Blah, blah. Can we get your answer, please?
Games. I feel like the other numbers are just the too rounded for me. So I'm going 613.
Yeah, it's 613.
What did you say, oh?
I said Google is a hell of a thing.
So you think I've Googled now? Why does he call me out like this? Before he wasn't calling me out when he was backing his team, was he? He wasn't saying I was Googling then.
Oh, dear. Right, fourth question.
I've lost anyway, no? No, come back.
Yeah, you can still come back. It can be a draw.
These next two.
Rachel Laws claimed the Golden Glove in 21-22, but what was her save percentage rate in the league? Was it 45, 56, 72, or 85?
56.
I feel like always a goalkeeping coach or something. Laws's save percentage. 56 looks like it should be the obvious one, but that's like you're letting in every other shot. And for me, that's poor as a goalkeeper.
What was the thing?
Oh, here we go. I've talked him out of it now.
No, he's right. He's right. 79, was it?
45%, 56%, 72%, or 85%.
72, Jeff. Lock that in for me, please.
Look at it, Jeff. Can we just say first, Jade says, what a keeper we have to keep that many clean sheets, by the way. Unbelievable. Lawsy has been unbelievable. I might have put a bit of shade on Lawsy before saying that Riley's my shoe-in, but Lawsy...
The disrespect.
Justified. Klopp's own player of the season, by the way. So I'm going to go against, though, just to make it a bit exciting. I'm going to go 85. Joe's got 85 as well. I'm going to go 85.
The correct answer was 85%.
I thought it was 72. I'm not going to lie, but I went against.
I don't know if the comments are helping him out or not, but I'm going to ride with it.
I didn't think it was 72. I thought it was 72. I've just admitted I thought it was 72.
You know what? If you taught me the back end of the season, this would have been a lot easier. But you see now, I'm on my preseason right now, so I don't know.
Here we go.
This is the last question, and I need the heat map up.
Look at this, just like as if it's magic. Look
Whose heat map is it? Is it Leanne Kiernan, Georgia Walters, Meg Campbell, or Katie Stengel?
Georgia Walters, quick. Don't look like that picture's been stepped on from that heat map. Shit. Sorry, Georgia.
Stengel.
Sorry.
Stengel. No, wait, who'd you
say the names again.
You're out of order. Leanne Kiernan, Georgia Walters, Meg Campbell, or Katie Stengel?
I'm going Kiernan. Shout out to Kiernan.
Is this the opposition box, by the way?
I think so. I don't know. Jack just sent me the heat.
Oh, come on. You can't just take stuff off Jack and not ask the questions. You had one job, James. One job.
One job.
Jack did all the work. He did all the work for you. All you had to, you don't even know what end we're looking at. You did all the work.
I challenge you. You've got, at some point during the ladies' night weeks, you've got to put a quiz together and see how easy you find it.
Me and Jack's gonna take over.
Listen, James, all loves a quiz, by the way. All loves a quiz. Look, you're saying I'm throwing shade on Georgia Walters. Let me just pin this for a second.
Whoa, Joe, that's
Georgia Walters would be in the corner. Oh my days! Let's get that off.
I haven't said a comment about her.
No.
About him, so
you know what? If you look right, if you think about, I think Joel's wrong, because if you actually think about Prenton Park, if you look at the pitch there, if you look at where the halfway line is, if you come to where the touch line is, that's where the bench is. So that would be red.
Oh my God! I'm going Kiernan. Jeff, can you get my answer in, please?
Let me go. Just say them again. I forgot.
Leanne Kiernan, Georgia Walters, Meg Campbell, or Katie Stengel?
Purely because it's across the full pitch, this. But purely because it's highlighted up front, I'm going to go with Stengel, because look at the middle as well.
That's who I thought originally, But then it's the out wide for me, like that part. I don't think she comes as deep.
But she will do. She will drift out wide.
Kiernan's been. I know, like she comes across.
Kiernan would be right hand side. I'm telling you, Kieran's right hand side would be yellow. I'm going Stengel, just like Joe.
Don't get me wrong. I called Stengel first, but I don't know why. Something told me change.
The correct answer was Katie Stengel.
And something told me change back.
I'll take this victory, James the Brain, by the way. I will happily take this victory. Let me just get this back up here. I like the little ladies' night thing we've got going on. This has been a pleasure. James, I love your quizzes, by the way. Let me just get
Jack's
back.
Jack's quizzes.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Jack's quizzes. Big shout out to Jack Anfield Analytics. Big shout out as well to Paul Kingdom sponsoring this live show. Let me go back, though, to this beautiful face, beautiful picture, because this has been... No, in fact, let me go to the winning team. There we go. We'll keep that one up there for a little second. The winning five-a-side team from today's show. No, you know what, fellas? It's been an absolute pleasure. That was our LFCW five-a-side segment to the show. It's been a pleasure again. And you know what? Let me just get us back up here. Oh, my goodness. Who is that guy? Get him off right now. You know what? I've enjoyed... It's still got to be up there as like... Always bringing the heat with rants and robe diaries. I'm not going to lie. But Ladies Night is just the OG. It's our original show. I love every second of it. We're bringing the conversation. We've got Joe in the comments. Jade, it's been a pleasure having you on board as well tonight. We've had, who did we have? We had Cami from Scousers Rising for a little bit in the comments too. So it's been a pleasure. Next week, stay tuned in because Joe may be making an appearance on the show. We're going to talk a little bit about the Euros. We're going to come again with Ash versus All versus James. We're going to bring all the heat. But until next time, you know how it goes. You'll never walk alone.
Peace.
Peace.